All right, everyone. So welcome to the Credentialed Podcast. And today I have a very exciting guest. So it's Tony Huang. So Tony, he actually plays at Rice University, the Rice Owls. If you guys have not known, they're a very private school, highly touted university in Houston, Texas. So Tony, why not you introduce yourself a little bit? Just kind of your experience playing at Rice and, who you are as a person.
Yes. Hello, guys. First of all, thank you, Ryan, for having me on this podcast. And my name is Tony Huang, and right now I'm a sophomore here at Rice University. And the overall experience at Rice is very good. The school is nice, academically is good. The athletic teams, they're very responsible for all my achievements and my how I'm feeling. So I appreciate all the help from the school and the athletic departments. And if you have any questions, you can just ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Tony, I think just first of all, I think, like we chatted a little bit earlier, not everybody can play tennis this very high level, right? Like being able to get recruited by Rice and, by this great university. Tell me a little bit more about your recruiting experience. How did you get here? And, what really stood out to you about this university?
Yeah, so my recruiting process started during COVID. So, during COVID is very, very difficult situation. And also a very different process as well. But the overall is the coaches, they liked me, so they wanted me here. And I really like the coaches as well. And I like the environment, so I made a commitment to come here.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's, obviously coming to play college internationally. Like you grew up in China, but tell me a little bit more about the transition, right? Like, coming to here, just as a student, just as a normal person, coming to another country, how did you adapt? To living here in the environment and the people and also the culture and the heat of Texas. And how did you talk a little bit about the transition?
I think the culture-wise, I really like the American culture because I spent some good times here before. And I do still get a lot of culture shock because I feel like at a school environment, everything is a little different than in a tennis world. But I appreciate that as well. Yeah.
Awesome, great. In terms of tennis-wise, you've been playing, ITF top rank 100. Tell me a little bit about your tennis experience. How did you get to this level? And, is there any significant, events or game that you play that, you remember, a lot or that motivate you a lot?
So I mostly played all my results were gotten in 1 year where I improved the most. I played various tournaments around the world, in Europe, in Africa, also in some parts of Asia. And from there, I improved my confidence and I was able to increase my level by playing good players. And the outcome just shows that my hard work it paid off.
How do you want to describe your tennis game? Like, just in terms of different techniques or kind of your favorite shots or things like that. How do you want to describe your game?
I think my game is I'm a baseliner, and mainly I like to play with my forehands, and I also rely on the returns and really try to read the opponent's shots and his strategy while I play. I think that's my main parts of my game.
Right. When you thought about tennis game in general, any professional players that you look up to, when you grow up?
I think I looked up to all the Asian players because I feel that physically I am the most similar to them, so I try to learn from them. But I also watch some European players just to see how they play in different surfaces and how they adapt to different opponents.
Yeah. You say you travel to a lot of different places. Any special spots that you enjoy most in terms of their either tennis or just life or just places of different cuisine, different food? Any favorite spots around the world?
I think one of the memorable experiences comes from traveling to India and Spain, where I think in India the condition is very different and it really challenges you as a player to adapt to a harsher environments. But for Spain, I think I really enjoy the conditions. There's clay court, red clay, and European, very nice everything.
Yeah. Is there a favorite surface you love to play, like hard court, clay, or even grass? And do you have a preference?
I think for my game to improve, I would definitely go play more on clay, because naturally I'm a hardcore player because in Asia we just play on hard courts. So, but for my game, I like to, I think it's better if I train more and play more matches on clay. That would make my game better.
Right. Well, obviously we've seen a lot of success from the Chinese professional players like Wu Yibing or Zhang Jijin. They're making cracking top 100, top 50, in near future. Have you had any interactions with them and those players and anything that really inspire you throughout their journey, heading to the pro and having some success up there?
Yeah, I think first I like to congratulate to all the results. Wu Yibing, Zhang Jijin, Jerry Shang, Bu, Li, Wang Xiaofei, all these players, they're all my peers, my friends. And I think to see that they're doing great really gives me some confidence as well. But we all play some tournaments back in China, so we know each other pretty well.
Tell me a little bit more about, how hard it is for the Chinese player to get to that level, right? Because a lot of people are talking about just, the success of the players of other countries, but how hard it is for us, like for the Chinese players to get up to that level.
I think for the Chinese, because I think the condition is the same for everyone, is as long as you have the courage and is committed enough to play pro, then I think everyone shares the same, they have the same equal fairness. I don't feel like European or American players that have more advantage. Yeah. Before COVID, there's a lot of tournaments, ITF, ATP tournaments in China, and we all have the same opportunity, in my opinion. Yeah.
Sounds great. One thing is a little different from the tournaments and, the tournament you played and, the professional tournaments, college tennis. College tennis at doubles point and have six single points going after. What's your favorite part of playing college? And, even from a team perspective, from a cheering perspective, like what's your favorite part about playing college tennis?
I think in college tennis, we play for something bigger. We don't play for ourselves, we play for the school. And everyone that is in the team, we all share the same goal here, so that by competing as a whole for school, it put more pressure on us and it makes us perform better in a way, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, that'll wrap up our conversation today. I want to thank Tony for your time today. Really appreciate you stepping out of your your relaxed time, and I want to thank you again. Any final thoughts or words to our fans?
I think just enjoy the tennis, and then watch our younger generation will rise up, and then we'll give you a really nice tennis show in the future.
Absolutely.
And thanks to Ryan for having me.
No problem. So thank you so much, Tony. I know if you're in a Houston area, check him out. He's in rehab now, but maybe next season, and just check him out in person, and he's gonna get some great tennis for you. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ryan.
我们知道在世界上呢有很多喜欢体育的朋友们，你或许呢在某一个球队某一个集团工作或者是呢你是某一个球队的热衷粉丝我们都非常期待你来跟我们一起去分享你的故事如果你有你的故事，如果你想来在我们这个平台去分享大家呢都可以来联系我那么我们的 Instagram 账号是 the_credentialed_podcast，那么大家也可以通过邮箱的方式来联系我那么 thecredentialed.basketball@gmail.com， 那么也是非常感谢大家的支持我们希望通过这样的方式跟大家取得联系，希望你能够享受我们这样的一个播客，谢谢大家。